Chapter 28, 3-year-old couple 12. On the other side, Hwang Taekyung returned to the dormitory in a good mood. Kang Shin-woo and Jeremy saw his expression and knew that everything went smoothly. Kang Shin-woo sighed, "What to do, seeing so much pink, I regret that I help you. In the future, try your best not to let me see your happy appearance, I really feel hurt being single." Hwang Taekyung curled his lips, then quickly find one, "Although your methods really lower your IQ, but after all, there aren't many smart women like you." Shin-woo gritted his teeth, "Jeremy, I really want to hit someone." Jeremy didn't hear, excitedly pulling Hwang Taekyung to ask here and there. Hwang Taekyung refused to say. Shin-woo took a sip of tea, then revealed his gentle smile, "Don't be impatient, when the time comes, the TV station will broadcast it, then we can see how Taekyung pursues you." Hwang Taekyung's body stiffened. Jeremy immediately knew that there must be a lot of interesting points inside, cheered, went online to watch the cut and check the broadcast time. Go Min-nam came out of the room, saw the three people below happily getting along, silently watched for a long time, then turned around and walked back. In the second episode, the program team communicated with them and wanted to film their daily life at home. The two people who had just confirmed their relationship, where did they live together? In Hwang Taekyung's dormitory and Nan Hoa's room. They finally decided to go to their dormitory, and the other members were also staying there that day. Therefore, the topic of this episode was also decided, living together with boyfriend and his brothers. Filming that day, Nan Hoa, according to the program crew's arrangement, before the other party knew the time an hour earlier to go to their dormitory. Actually, the time was not early, already 8:30. Kang Shin-woo was like a retired old man, drinking tea at the tea table. Jeremy was chasing Julie in the yard, playing crazy. She entered the door. Kang Shin-woo was surprised for a moment, then immediately reacted, "You so early? Is it to give Taekyung a surprise?" She nodded, "However, I have a feeling it will turn into a shock." Kang Shin-woo also smiled, pointing at Taekyung's room, "He is still sleeping, you can go call him." She gave him a meaningful look, "Your Taekyung often gets angry when you get out of bed, do you think I don't know?" The back of the program team all eyes lit up. PD strongly suggested, "Let Nan Hoa personally go call Hwang Taekyung to wake up." She glanced at the plot to achieve Kang Shin-woo, this black-bellied. Knocked on the door, he was indeed still sleeping. She had no choice but to open the door and enter under everyone's expectant gaze, but still blocked the program team people outside the door, did not let them directly enter the room. Sleeping Hwang Taekyung completely no longer had the daytime camouflage armor, carrying a bit of purity and innocence. She stretched out her finger to poke his face. When sleeping, he really looks like an angel. Unfortunately, after waking up, he became a great devil. The other party seemed to feel unwell, shook his head, and pulled the blanket up. She chuckled softly, grabbed his nose, "Hwang big head, get out of bed." Hwang Taekyung in his sleep breathing was not smooth, slowly woke up, opened his eyes, saw her laughing face, also could not help but reveal a smile. Yoo-hee reached out to press her into his arms, face against her face, also closed his eyes happily rubbing. Nan Hoa, turns out he thought he was dreaming. Nan Hoa looked closely at the side face in front of her eyes, couldn't help but laugh out loud. Big head Hwang, is this often dreaming about her? Leaned closer to kiss his chin. Big head Hwang, get out of bed. At the same time reached out and pinched his face hard. Taekyung was shocked, completely awake. Lowered his head to see, Yoo-hee's laughing face was right in front of his eyes, not a dream. "Yoo-hee, why are you here? We were told before that I would come to your house today." She propped his chest up. He recalled his memories, glanced at the filming crew standing in the distance at the door, then glanced at his girlfriend right in front of him, raised the corner of his mouth, and pressed the person down again, turned around, and pressed her on top of him. She was frightened. "What are you doing, big head? You are childish." He lowered his head to look at her, couldn't help but kiss her a little, acting spoiled and resentful. "Long time no see." Recently the two people are indeed busy, her film shows, a lot of announcements. If not for this program, perhaps the two people still won't see each other. Holding his face and kissing him back, urging him to quickly go wash his face. After he getting out of bed, including Minam, a few people then go together to the supermarket to buy food to prepare lunch. If looking at this place, the audience thinks that the two people from now on want to be sweet, 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 almost falling out everyone's teeth, then that is 10 out of 10 wrong. Big head, Huang. Where did my carrots go? She put in a portion of beef, and found that the carrots she had purposely bought a lot of for the third time were nowhere to be found. I don't know. He pretended to be serious as he looked at the label and replied casually, 3-year-old Huang. Did you take the carrots away again? Jeremy. Come and tell me. Seeing all that, Jeremy was glared at by him, covering his mouth and silently leaving the battlefield. She angrily put her hands on her hips. Who was it that day, blackmailing me, saying I will eat seriously in the future? He widened his eyes, quickly ran to her, covering her mouth. Yuhi. Don't say it. Don't say it anymore. She couldn't speak, glaring at him. Huang Taekyung's ears were red, and he lowered his voice. I'll go get it back, and I guarantee that nothing is missing. Don't mention that day again. She gave him a look to see his performance. After that, when they returned home to cook, the men helped wash and cut vegetables together, and Huang Taekyung's compulsive disorder flared up again. Yuhi, here. This place is still black, how come you still don't clean it properly? Big head, Huang. One piece of food has to be washed with a basin of water. Didn't the kindergarten teach you to save water? Aiyu, how can there be such an idiot? Are you cutting vegetables? You are carving flowers. Look at Shinwoo and Minam. Huang Taekyung glanced at the skillfully cutting vegetables Go Minam, then glanced at the at least better than him Kang Shinwoo, angry to the point of not being able to do it. The others finished helping and quickly left the kitchen that was in chaos. Huang Taekyung still stood behind her, watching her cook and gesture. Why does every dish have to have carrots? Can't we just eat a little bit every day? That way, over time, it will accumulate a lot. No green onions, no green onions. Yuhi, oil. Oil is splattered. Give me some soy sauce, Nanhua held back. Huang Taekyung flusteredly handed her a bottle of something. She saw, red vinegar. He still argued stubbornly, it's all the same color, why would the things be different? This businessman has a problem with design. The veins on her forehead were throbbing. Big head, Huang, you go out. Wait until I'm done and then come in to serve the food. When eating, Huang Taekyung actually really seriously ate all the carrots. After eating, when no one was around, she gave him a little kiss as a reward. His face immediately relaxed, smiling smugly and happily, and tried to endure not wanting her to find out. Looking at his adorable appearance, she couldn't help but laugh out loud. In the afternoon, the sunlight was just right. Jeremy invited Nanhua to go with him to give Julie a bath. Taekyung had a serious habit of being clean and had never approached Julie, so Jeremy didn't invite him at all. As a result, when she and Jeremy entered the courtyard, they found Taekyung also following them, with a casual look on his face. Jeremy asked in surprise, "Do you also want to bathe Julie?" He glanced at the dirty yellow dog, endured, and still couldn't bear it, and retreated a few steps back. Jeremy's face looked hurt. She comforted him, but also understood Taekyung. He goes help us deliver the things. Taekyung nodded. This day, everyone was really happy. The filming crew was also really happy, sighing that true lovers and fake lovers are really different. Moreover, the two people's feelings were really good. Dark room time, PD asked Nanhua, when together, do you often quarrel like on TV? Nanhua laughed, well, maybe we are the legendary happy enemies? After saying that, she laughed, sometimes the big head really makes me angry. Often saying one thing but not the other, and spitting venom without any difference. Who am I, a girl? Or girlfriend, boyfriend, aren't they all very caring? I don't need face. PD also laughed, but I can see that you still really love him. She was a little shy and said yes, because even though we always quarrel, I can still feel his sincerity. Huang Taekyung dark room. PD asked him, have you ever cooked before? Huang Taekyung shook his head. Debuted at the age of more than 10, the journey was very busy, and the dormitory had very little time to eat. PD, so today, you helped Yuhi a lot. Yuhi's temper seemed to explode. He touched his nose in embarrassment. PD, if you don't know how to cook, why don't you go to the living room with the others? He felt that this question was a bit silly. Of course I want to accompany the fairy. Are you afraid that she will be lonely? He unconsciously touched his nose, seemingly a little embarrassed, and asked back, isn't a boyfriend supposed to accompany his girlfriend? Finally, the PD asked the two about the nickname issue. Fairy is the nickname for Yuhi? Huang Taekyung, it's just a habit. Nan Hoa, no. That's a nickname. He used to call me Fairy of Deceit. Because I called my mom, I was actually really tired but I told her I had a good rest, but he heard it and started calling me Fairy of Deceit. You say this person is childish or not? What about the nickname, Big Head Huang? PD smiled. Huang Taekyung's face darkened. Nan Hoa, he called me a liar, so I called him Big Head. Actually, I wanted to call him 3-year-old Huang even more. How childish. PD and TV in front of everyone. No, you two are really childish. More than 10 years old, started working, rarely at home to eat, clearly very tired, still want to tell mom that rest is very good. Looking at these really heartbreaking, but put on those two people, completely unable to have emotions. You two are both childish. Therefore, the still undecided national couple name finally has everyone unanimously accept the same name, 3 years old couple. The two people's side friends all laughed crazily. 3 years old from this became these two people never overcame the laugh. The two who were laughed at still didn't have a bit of self-understanding, constantly throwing the reason at each other. The Love Couple variety show made the two people's popularity skyrocket, almost to the point that everyone knew about them. Previously, those seemingly very loving fake love couples, once compared with them, seemed to have lost the most important flavor. The two of them cut and reposted the broadcast news, breaking all the variety show records. But the two people who were extremely popular gradually became more low-key after the show was broadcast.